Do you feel stuck, lost, or you know there are dreams and goals out there that you want to achieve? I know that was me in the past, and I left it all to start my journey. And I have 5 frugal tips for you that you need to know before you start your own journey. Welcome back to Pinebrook Homestead. My name is Marie. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, good to see you again. So, lost, burnout, exhausted, you have dreams, you have goals you want to achieve, and you just don't know where to begin. You know, it's easy to get on that hamster wheel, and it just keeps going. And it's one day after the next day, and before you know it, the week's gone, the month's gone, the year's gone, and we're still sitting in the same old place. So, what are 5 things that we can do that are frugal, that could help us save some money, put extra money in our pocket, steer us on the path we really want to go on, and get us to those dreams, goals, or even early retirement? So number 1, the first thing is realizing that you can still do this. You're not too old. You know, 40s and 50s, we're not too old. And we can redefine our lives. I do have my notes here, so I stay on my bullet points. I've got an outline of everything I want to tell you. So this is your time. It is the best time, especially if you're in your 50s. Did you know there was a study out there that said women in their 50s are more creative than any other time in their life? One of the reasons is we don't have the hormonal fluctuations anymore. Now, some of us in menopause, we just don't have the hormones at all anymore, which have different problems to go along with them. But I can attest, without having all those massive fluctuations and waves of the childbearing years, I am more creative now. So, what do you want to do? You need to take a look and define. Go back to that little girl. What did you want to do in your life? If you are still working and you're okay with this job, but you would like an advancement, that's okay too. But what do you need to do to get there? Or are you just ready to retire early? That was me. You know, what do we need to do to get there? So, the first thing that I am going to say, or the second thing I am going to say about starting over and my frugal tips, is to embrace minimalism. Now, hang on. I do not have a minimalistic home. Nope, not at all. Why? Because when I was working, I found happiness in purchasing things. Imagine that. Purchasing things would give me that happy high of what that new thing was. And it fleeted very quickly. Never made me happy. So, in one of my older videos, I talked about how when I came home, I became frugal. I finally had time to do things I wanted to do that made me happy, not just buying a bunch of stuff. So, embracing the minimalism. Do you have too big of a home? Could you downsize? Could you sell your home and rent? Now, I don't know any of the prices of anything in anybody's area. These are just ideas. For me, downsizing is not an issue. We have a 3-bedroom home. There are 4 of us in the house. So to downsize, whew, my teenagers would probably kill me. No joke. But what can you do? All right, so if you can't downsize, can you start getting rid of some of your stuff? Can you sell it? I know I have a Yellowware antique pottery collection. I love it. But guess what? My kids don't want it. They're not interested in it. It doesn't mean anything to them. So should I sell off some of those pieces and take the money and put it into savings? I think I will. What are some other things? I gave up my car for a less expensive car. And with that car comes a cargo hauler to go on top of it. And I need to sell a cargo hauler. put that money in savings. There's many things all through my home that I'm like, you know what? I don't need it anymore. And my kids don't want it. So I am working through that and selling on places like Facebook Marketplace, there's Craigslist, there's eBay, all those different types of things. So what can you do to create a buffer so you can either retire early, start your new life, or start that business you always wanted to? Take a look at that. And then the next thing is focus on experiences rather than purchases. So while you're going through what you want to do, okay, let's say you want to start your own business. While you're going through the steps to get your business started, focus on experiences for that. Focus on the learning. Focus on spending time with friends and family. And don't do the spending. You know, there's a lot of videos out there that are doing a no spend year for 2025. That's a great idea if you want to get to a serious goal quickly. There's no spend Januaries. We see those out there. So there are ways of saving money just by not spending any money. My animals, I don't know if you can hear them, my animals are playing, and I hear little barks and I hear little cats, so I apologize if you hear any of them, but that's my house with 5 animals. So let's say you are still working, but you want to take a different position. Are there courses or certifications you need? Take a look into those. And I know it's difficult when you're working 40 and 50 hours, but could you do it at night? Could you get your certifications on a Saturday? What can you do to advance yourself to be where you want to be? There's also online courses. So you want to start your own business. Well, do you know everything that you need to do to start that business? So take some courses online and look in and do your research and set yourself up for success. You know, today I started with that tension tamer tea again. I really like it. It has a lot of good things in it. So, and we are warming up a little bit today, but when I say warming, I mean 20. Yesterday I woke up, it was 1 degree with a -5 wind chill. And we're getting a little bit of a warm up over the weekend, and then it's dive bombing right back into below 0 temperatures, which I am not thrilled about. So back to the list. If you need to save some money or make more money to be able to go on this dream or goal setting or wherever you want to go, new job, dreams, whatever it is, consider a side hustle. You know, there's many things that you can do online that really don't take a lot of money. You don't have to do social media. You don't have to do YouTube, but there are other things that you can do online to make money. And I think that might be another video that I explore for you. So we're going to skill up and boost our income by some of these things. So it's whether a side hustle, getting certifications, or taking online courses. The next thing is to budget for your new start. So take your budget, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna write everything out, what you are currently spending. And then you're gonna look at it with a 10 or 15% decrease in the bills along the way. So what can you decrease on? Well, we talked about downsizing, but if you own your own home, you're not gonna decrease that. We talked about selling and then maybe renting something. That might be an option. And then take a look at your electric bill, your gas bill, your internet. I know we just called our internet and we got it lowered with a higher internet speed. So bonus for us. Take a look at all the streaming services. Do we need them all, or can we do one? Or can we do none and utilize free resources? So all of these things add up. So you have a gym membership, maybe start walking and running. You know, all these different things can add up. And when it's little nuggets here and there, it can add up to hundreds of dollars a month that you can save. Saving on our groceries, saving car insurance, that's another good one. Saving on your cell phone bill. Can you move to something like Mint Mobile? All of these things so that you can narrow that budget down and set it up for success for your new life. All right, and prioritize the essentials. So for me, and I know this is funny because if you watch any frugal videos out there, they say, don't buy paper towels, they're too expensive. Well, for me, I have 5 animals, 5. And I have 3 cats, and every once in a while we have a hairball. Well, you know what that means. Animals get sick, have an accident, something like that. So yes, I do keep paper towels for those instances, or when I'm drying meat or something like that. Otherwise, we're using cloth napkins. I can wash them, hang them, and be done. On my electric bill, I stopped using my dryer so much. You know, I have a wood burning stove, and I started hanging my clothes in on this rack that I have in the family room. Doesn't bother me, I'm saving money. I unplugged the dryer. So watch all those things that you have plugged in that take that vampire current. Unplug them if you don't need them. There are all sorts of ways to look at our essentials and tailor them back. And then you want to explore all of your free resources. So what does the library have? The library has, of course, books, magazines. Could you cancel a magazine subscription and go to the library and use that? They have movies. They have video games. They have all sorts of things. And I think our library, you'll have to check with yours, even has free tickets to things like museums and such for free entertainment. So you might want to look into all the free resources that you can do. I know it's winter. A lot of us are stuck inside. So what skills can you learn that would save you some money? Go to the library and grab a book on baking bread and try your hand at some fresh baked bread. I'll tell you, it's better than any store-bought and way less expensive. So there's all sorts of things that when we get into that mindset and get off the hamster wheel of thinking this is never going to change, I'm too exhausted. If you just take one step towards your dreams and goals, and then take another step and another step, you will get there. So, and that's the mind shift change. So this is the last one I want to talk about, the mindset. Oh, do I understand and empathize with that hamster wheel? I really do. Now, I did find if I woke up with gratitude, it made the day a little bit easier. And I find if I'm grateful for everything that I have, even if I'm going to get rid of a lot of it, if I'm grateful for everything that I have, it does change the mindset, and it gives me a little bit more energy. And then my eyes are opened up, and I start writing down in my journal everything that I want to get done and everything that I want to do. When I'm grateful, I find time to take my lunch hour and maybe check out side hustles. When I'm grateful, I'm not so tired or down in the dumps or depressed that life is never going to change. You know, the only way it will change is when it's up to us to take the first step. So, embrace the learning process. We talked about that with trying your hand at baking your own bread, baking your own rolls, anything like that. And then the last one, surround yourself with support. You know, my biggest cheerleader is my husband. My family is supportive, including moms and mother-in-laws and all of that. I have everybody's support, and that means the world to me. But I also have you. You know, a lot of you are so supportive, and I want to be there for you on this journey. So if you have any questions about any of these 5 tips or what I have done, leave them in the comments below and I will answer you back. The only video that I really do not have capability of answering every single person back is my one on when I avoid people. And I do. I really do. I just don't get out in the public much, and I'm happier that way. So, if you like today's content, please like, subscribe, and share. And I know you can make a change for a better you, for a better tomorrow, and to create the life you want. Till next time. Do you like the snow? Do you like the snow, Mulligan?